Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from round 2 of the Planning Phase Syndicate Showdown here in Orlando, Florida. It's hot. It's sunny. It randomly rained at some point because it's Florida. You know it. All right, today I am joined by JJ Guerron.
Hello, everybody in Twitchland.
Yeah, this is, I was explaining, I think, earlier that this kind of worked perfectly because I was able to visit my family who lives in the Tampa area at the same time. So kind of a two-for-one trip. A little bit of X-Wing, a little bit of family. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But today we got Dennis Underwood and Jorge Berrios playing here. We have Assault at the Satellite Array. You need to be in the vicinity of a satellite starting during round 2. And if you are, you gain a point unless it is contested between you and your opponent. We'll give more details on those rules as we go along. Let's go ahead and start breaking down these lists. We have Imperials versus the Separatists. We have Nash Windrider here with homing missiles, targeting computer, and sensitive controls. Captain Faroff with Disciplined and The Child. Commandant Gorin with shield upgrade, sensitive controls. Wampa with Predator. Pure Sabak with Disciplined, skilled Bombardier, and watch out for those seismic charges. And to round it out, a Black Squadron Ace just with Discipline. What's on the other side, JJ?
Jorge Berrios flying Jango Fett with Slave 1 title, Veteran Tail Gunner, Thermal Detonators, Delayed Fuses, False Transponder Codes, Savage Oppress, and Lone Wolf. And then in the Belbalab, we have General Grievous with Solus 1 title, Outmaneuver, and Impervium Plating. And then we have a Bombardment Drone with Landing Struts, Proximity Mines, and Independent Calculations. DFS 081 in the Vulture with Grappling Struts and Independent Calculations and Discord Missiles. And a Separatist Drone with Grappling Struts, Independent Calcs, and Discord Missiles as well to finish off that list.
You know, the funny thing between these two lists is they feel like lists we've seen before, but with just like
a little flavor added to it.
A little
right?
flavor. Yeah. All right. A little citrus added. All right. So, you know what I forgot to do, of course. It is a common thing. I forgot to pay out the points from last game, and it was our player 1 that was the winner.
That's
so we'll
right.
go ahead and get that paid out now before I forget. Come on, internets, please behave.
All right, the internet is just like Dion's on vacation today.
That's right. Okay, here we go. It is time for everybody at home to choose your champion. And as we have our audience doing that, JJ, who do you think has the advantage in this matchup?
I think it's going to be pretty close. I think the slight advantage is going to Dennis because he has a higher initiative count than the Vultures and the Bombardment Drones, and Nash Windrider to back them up to keep those ships alive, to make sure that they still get the shots even if they get out initiative killed by Jango or Grievous. I think that definitely gives them a little bit of an advantage there. Now, Jango can hit really hard, moving on initiative 6, and also having that rear arc where he doesn't have to chase. He can just turn away and just start dropping bombs and catching people that way. And Grievous, of course, is always a threat if you're not paying attention to him. And those drones can just muck up the center, get onto an obstacle, and just hold steady until they need to move. Hold
the ground. And there is, I mean, if you look at that, the bottom 2 obstacles in the center, they are pretty much just hanging out with a satellite, so you can just be secure that you're at least contesting, if not every turn, collecting those points.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the threat of the Bombardment Drone as well, if it gets placed in a good spot, it can rotate and then possibly set up for a good bomb drop on one of those unsuspecting ties. And there's nothing much the Empire can do about that if they happen to roll 3 damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how these bombs end up getting used. Also by Pure Sabak, you know, has those seismic charges, which, I mean, maybe Dennis brings those seismic charges for a matchup like this versus these vulture droids. Like, you're gonna hang out over there. I'm gonna hurt you just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And having that banked drop too lets you get it into a position where you can choose, right? If you drop it in between two obstacles, you can choose which one you want to do in case somebody else tries to come in and go through that lane and make them pay for it. So that's a really good idea there. I do like the inclusion of Savage Press on Jango Fett, basically replacing the old Count Dooku, since he got a little bit of a nerf with his ability, but just giving the ability to have that force on him, and if another friendly ship or himself happens to get a stress, you can spend that charge to get a focus, which is a nice way to either buff yourself or another friendly up.
I love Savage is hilarious because you can definitely tell those who have like watched Clone Wars and those are like, oh, savage. Oppress. Like, well, not quite. Star Wars Savage, really? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it's cringy. Yeah.
For me, it's just spelling it, right? Like, I could pronounce it all day, but I always misspell Grievous all the time. I put Grievous.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. All right. So, looking at these two lists, who do you think is in this? Of course, this scenario, right? We have Assault at the Satellite Array. Who do you think is going to take it?
I'm gonna give it to the Empire here. I think the Empire has a lot of tools here to effectively disperse and still take care of those objectives and still maintain fire onto the Separatist drones, pretty much eliminate them out of here. It is going to come down to how they position the drones. If George can manage to set those drones up in a way where he can get that obstruction bonus to help him keep alive with that extra green die. But I do feel that the Empire definitely has the upper hand for this match.
All right. Looks like we got a stress pull down there.
And is that a sensitive controls trigger? Yeah, looks like sensitive controls, and that was on Nash Wind Rider.
Uh-oh.
And
I don't know if that's going to fit, son. Nope.
No. We'll take a stress for Strobo. I wonder if that's going to mess him up for the move. Now, what is your thoughts on the child on Captain Feroff?
The child on Captain Feroff, I mean, you're looking for offensive, because Feroff is a defensive-based ship, and one of the complaints that I've seen from people trying out the Reaper is that it dies fast, right? So the Feroff is the solution to that. You bring the defensive one, but then the problem is you start missing Vermeil and his offensive ability. It's like you kind of try to balance it out with the child, say, okay, hopefully the utility that the child gives you can outweigh the target locks that end up being put on the other ship, because that is the trade-off that you end up having, is you got to make sure that those force expenditures count. Otherwise, you're just giving free target locks for nothing. Like, you don't want to, like, oh, one hit or one focus, I'm going to spend the force. Like, you don't want to do that.
Exactly. And we got an early bump from Wampa onto Nash. He did not suffer any damage on that roll, thankfully. But that could have been bad early on for the Empire there. And Dennis being aggressive early on, already like halfway down the board with Nash there.
Yeah. So it looks like Dennis didn't quite put enough space. Horizontally between his ships.
He got another bump there and not punished again. That Black Squadron Ace does not get any damage there.
Everything's fine. This was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Do you think he's going all in on Jango here?
If you can take Jango out early, get yourself 8 points, and get rid of a fire spray, that's good. The problem is that the fire spray is one of the best ships of going, no, I don't really want to play with you right now. What might end up hurting is the fact that George sent him up in that top right corner where there's that giant asteroid, and if he went slow, this could be a problem. That's where he can get caught.
Oh, and okay, so we get a 2 straight here from the Vulture, probably hanging out just to grab that rear objective for the next turn, right?
One hard card here. So it looks like playing a little bit conservative right now. Didn't want to go too crazy. A reminder that objective points cannot be scored until the second round. So looking to get in range. Then maybe that's what that little purple droid was doing, getting in position for that.
An interesting positioning here from George. It looks like he's going to let Django out to dry and probably just going after these objective points first and probably just trying to set up a kind of a foothold on that bottom corner and make the Empire come to them after they try to chase Django.
Okay, let's go ahead and get our colors updated. That's for those out there. So that's Wampa in green, Black Squadron in yellow.
Goran is orange. Oh no, that's Nash. Nash is orange.
And Nash is pink.
And we got another bump here from Nash, and not punished again. Dennis really getting favorable dice here early on. Not being punished.
Sorry, sometimes it just works.
Sabak, the ailerons, and he bumps into the back of the Reaper here, Feroff. I think he completed the full circuit here. We got full bumps on everybody.
There we go. Let's go 4 for 4. There it is, finally punished.
There you go, punished. Yeah, just whenever you bump, you take a damage, a face-down damage on a hit or a crit, so it is not a face-up damage. And that
was pure Sabak, right?
Yeah, Sabak, not Nash. Yep, there you go. Some early trouble there for Dennis, but I mean, does this count as fortressing technically?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll see what the next turn looks like. All right. You know, the only thing I don't know is which one of these droids are DFS and which one is the Separatist drone. I'm going to go take a peek. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. All right, so now we're going to get a zoomy zoom from Grievous. He's going to do a 5 straight over here. Probably going to take a boost just to try to get around that asteroid and maybe set himself up to come around the flank here. And George taking a look at it and is going to attempt the bank boost. Let's see if he clears that rock. And he does, just by a hair. He gets around that rock over there, putting Grievous in an excellent spot to start pursuing the next round there. And we get a 1 straight from Jango Fett. He's in a pretty good spot here so far. Looks like he's going to be taking 2, maybe 3 shots, just depending on the distance to that the pure Sabak over there.
Okay.
And we're going to start an engagement here. And Goran trigger here, it looks like he's going to give an evade out to Nash Windrider in the front.
Mm-hmm. So somebody in the chat had asked, what are your thoughts on AMG releasing a mat with a static token placement for scenarios? So like the middle one. Is this what I'm assuming? The idea is nice. The issue comes in that Asmodee has not shown that they can make consistent map sizes.
Yeah.
Right? So the problem that just, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it creates an issue. And then also, what if they want to create a scenario that doesn't use the middle? Right,
yeah, exactly.
So that's definitely a possibility. I like the idea, though. I like the idea, and I have found that if you just go ahead and do the calzone method, right, you just fold the corners into the middle, it's fast enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got a shot here from Django.
Hit crit crit.
And that was a Lone Wolf reroll into 2 crits and a hit. And Sabak. Wow, okay, so that was a Django trigger there. Since Django had a blue maneuver and white maneuver was on pure Sabak, Django was able to trigger the focus to go down into a blank there.
And it's 2 crits.
Yep.
Panicked.
And a weapons failure.
Weapons
Ooh.
failure.
So that is a really, really bad turn there for Sabak. And not only has he lost the ability, now he's basically lost 2 dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Warbat Zero, very, very happy that Django's ability actually got remembered.
Oh, yeah.
Single hit.
Django will spend that focus. Safe.
Moving down the initiative line. Grievous is going to have the flank on a bunch of TIE fighters that don't have any mods.
Yep. And outmaneuvered.
He's going into Wampa.
Yep.
Turn off that ability. Not that it's going to matter this turn, but it's good to just get it off the board as soon as you can.
Absolutely. And he's got a reroll here with Grievous.
Yep, you don't got any focus, just go for it. And there's 3 hits. Remember, outmaneuver, so this is only going to be 3. Got 2. Still takes 1.
Yep. George getting some early fire onto these ties here. Doing pretty well for the first round. Let's see if Django can survive the onslaught coming in. All right, looks like a range 2 from Feroff going all the way out to Django.
That's right, 2 hits. Range 2. I said 2 hits. Maybe I spoke it into existence. I did not. 1 hit. What did I just say? 1 hit, 1 evade. No hits. This is not turn 1. Sorry, everybody. This is turn
2.
2.
No, actually, no. This is turn 1.
Oh, you're right. This is turn 1.
We're jumping in time. We're jumping in time. We're right. That's a tough call. Do you start to disengage Django, or do you want to still keep on the pressure? It's a range 3 shot either way, but you could possibly take out a droid.
I don't know. The thing with shooting on fire sprays is you have to ask yourself, do you have enough firepower to kill it this turn, or is it going to get away with a few hull?
Yeah.
Spare focus for 2. He did end up going into the droid.
Calculate.
Roger, roger.
Wow. Getting off scot-free this run. And that is the end of turn number 1. George getting...
Oh, no, maybe this was turn 2. Was it turn 2?
Nope, because they did all the boosties in the beginning with the...
that's how they got extra.
That's how they got so far.
Yeah, this is turn 2.
Yep.
Or we just ended turn 1. So there's...
What? They're scoring.
They're scoring. Let's just double check.
Yep. Yep, Dion just going out to verify and making sure everything's accurate. All right, yep, confirming this is round number 2, so the players are scoring those objectives here. And taking a look here, it looks like George is going to score 3 objectives here, and the Empire will score 1 objective.
That was 2. Yeah. Grievous is the key.
Yes.
I was like, wait a second, you can't get that far. All right, so that means that they did end up scoring, and we should have a score of 3-1. Dennis has got 1, and George has got 3.
There we go.
Still, look at the players did start a little bit late in the round. They were a little relaxed.
Yeah, they're a little
to get set up. But remember, today this is a casual level event today, and a reminder as part of our community event series. We're going around to different communities. I know I saw him in the chat. I actually have to get back to Greg from Nickel City X-Wing because I might be going up to New York.
Oh, hey.
All right,
yeah.
to get some stuff done. I just have to check. I got to check with the missus because for those of you guys who don't know, my wife's pregnant with our 2nd child. So, like, I can't make all the trips. It's like, of course I would love to be at all of them, but I also need to be a daddy. Yeah. So, I can't shuck all the responsibility. So we'll see if it's either myself or Will that ends up making it to that one. But Greg, if I know I have to get back to you. You are on my to-do list, as well as like the other 27 Discord messages I haven't read right now.
Yeah. It'll be great to see, some of the Canada players coming down to Buffalo and go play over there, and we'll definitely have a good concentration of players going over to Buffalo too to play over there. It'll be great.
And actually, be my first time in the state of New York.
Really? Wow.
Yes. So,
nice.
Like, I have a little map that I mark what states I've been to. So I get to add a new one.
So, eventually down the line, what you're saying is that eventually you're going to make it out to Hawaii for GSP.
Oh, I want to. Even if I'll just like take myself and Will or Marcel or Ryan and go play a couple games in like a hotel lobby and say, hey, this counts.
Yep,
this
exactly.
Counts.
Yep, it counts. Yep. I see Dion with the Hawaiian shirt, with the lei on top playing, it'd be great. Perfect.
That's right. I have not completed the cycle until I knock over a bunch of ships with the lei.
Yeah.
Dr. Moneypan says, first time in the state of New York, and you go with Buffalo. Strong move. That's where I was invited. I can't help that.
Hey, you want to get there before the snow gets there, right?
Truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Truth.
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at the positioning here, definitely George has a good spot here with those droids where he can easily just park one on that bottom objective and then turn in towards the center here to contest that center objective. Grievous has a great lane to come in right behind those ties and start punishing them. And Django, I would be emboldened with Django right now. He's not hurt at all, and he's in a good spot to just start pounding away at those Imperial ships.
Well, we'll see also if Dennis hurts himself a little bit. We had a lot of self-bumpage going on because, like, once you start a game with bad spacing, it's really hard to fix it later on. If you end up bumping vertically, you can kind of fix it, right? But it's still not the same.
Yeah. And we get the system phase barrel roll from Nash Windrider going more towards Django here. And we get another system phase boost here coming in from Goran right behind that top formation up there. Shout
out to Chase Baffle in the chat. Oh, Chase, I took a picture for you. I haven't sent it yet. I don't want to mess with my phone because it is the internet connection for today's event, but I think you'll approve. I saw a thing. I took a picture with it, and I was like, I'm taking this picture for Chase. I know it'll make him smile. And if you know Chase, you know exactly what it is.
Did you get photos with the T70 and the RZ?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those are so great.
Oh yeah.
Now you saw the Thai Echelon, right?
Yeah.
So what'd you think? Is that like a medium base or large base?
Medium.
Medium base.
Medium base is my thought.
Would you give it ailerons?
No. No, but I'd make it faster than the Psy shuttle, like more maneuverable
with a better dial. At
yes.
least. Yeah, definitely more blues on that.
It's a squirrely shuttle.
And it looks like we're getting a positioning here from Nash to potentially block the hard 1 or the hard 2 from Django.
And here we go. Moving in.
Yeah, looks like he's starting to get just enough spacing there to get the ships from not bumping. So
that's right. Suck it in, ships.
And Farroff, I think he's probably not going to do the ailerons boost on this one. Now with the newer rules for the Thai Reapers, they have the option to either perform or not perform that early ailerons maneuver, and that actually helps them stay closer together with the formation.
It's massive. It's massive. It makes the ship more. You've always wanted it to be a platform that is a support ship, and I think in the original design it was thought of like, oh, these will like fly along with TIE Strikers, right? That was kind of the thought. But even with that, you were always ending up ahead because it was bigger. So
and you always had to place it like, you know, going along the horizontal line here, just so that way you can actually turn in eventually. So.
Yep.
And we get the sloop here from Farroff here, probably expecting Django to go fast. See if it pays off for him there.
And the bombardment drone coming in, trying to find a tasty target for that proximity mine.
Oh yeah, he's waiting for Nash to turn in or somebody. He's like, I got a nice little present for you.
Tasty, tasty. Folks in the chat surprised that we're having to use mobile. I mean, it happens sometimes. We had planned to use the Wi-Fi here, except today it decided that its down speed was unusable. So it happens. Up speed was great, but we couldn't actually like do anything. We couldn't actually like get to websites that we need to control the stream. So we have options. Thank you to patrons for paying this month's phone bill. Ain't that the truth? Alrighty. Let's see. It looks like that maneuver fit. We're going to get a little barrel roll here from the Separatist drone.
And George is showing off those that spacing skill right there.
Now, one of the things that Django does not have to worry about is the fact that those Discord missiles are on his side. That's usually a great weapon against fire sprays, but not today. It's on his side now. So we'll see if the TIE fighters and interceptors can end up dealing with that.
All right, and looks like that clears there from Goran. Oh, and it is a bump. You're going to get a roll here. And, oh, man.
No. Pop. Takes a hit on himself. And that clears him off the board.
Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he essentially took two damages from bumping, and he also took 2 damage from the round before from the shot from Django. So that will clear Sabak. And that was a discipline trigger there.
Mm-hmm. So calculated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's the way you want it to go. But
Listen, sometimes it turns out strategies are completely on accident. It happens.
I mean, that would have been a big brain move, right? If you had Django in range.
That's right.
Like, let me sacrifice myself for the greater mod.
Ha! Got him. All right, here's Grievous. Keeping it nice and casual. The 2-bank will make sure that he's still in range 1 of the satellite right behind him, and will still have shots. Could boost if you want to shorten it up to range 2. Probably won't.
All right, and Grievous doing a conservative 2-bank. Might still be in range to get a shot. If not, he might just boost to get a shot. But probably definitely still in range to still make that that objective score for George.
Mm-hmm. There's a barrel roll.
Definitely looks like he might be right in between both of those objectives, which is going to be really
that'd
good
be
for George.
sweet.
Yeah.
Double points. I guess he would have had it already because of the bombardment drone, probably.
Yeah. And is that a 4 straight? Yep.
Zoomy zoom. That means he's not going to take shots from Nash Windrider. Is that range 1 of Captain Faroff, though?
Question is, do you boost here to try to arc dodge Faroff?
All right, we're going to go ahead and adjust the overlay just a little bit. The critical damage is forcing the overlay to go into our logos there in the corner. There we go.
There we go.
Much better.
And yeah, we get the boost from Django. Will arc dodge. It looks like both Faroff and Commandant Goran.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get a pretty nice shot there onto the Black Squadron TIE Fighter. Now we're going to get the Goran trigger here at the start of the engagement, and looks like he's going to give the Black Squadron TIE Fighter that evade token. He's going to need it from the shot coming in.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Django doesn't have anything out the back. Get some double team action on the Black Squadron Ace. It's range 1.
Up.
Here comes 4 dice. And that's looking good. 2 hits so far.
He's deciding he is going to use Lone Wolf here to reroll and gets the crit.
Crit. Watch out.
And he has a force.
And he's doing it. Savage. Show press. 3 hits and a crit. Natties. But still takes the critical damage. Remember, evade tokens do not add results. They simply modify die. And it is a fuel leak.
Oof.
1 more crit means that TIE Fighter goes bye-bye.
And it looks like no rear arc shot, so we won't get a double tap out of Django here. And looks like Django's definitely out of arc.
Mm-hmm.
Range 1 coming back from the Black Squadron over to Django here.
And double focus. Spend for 2. Django only rolls 1.
All right.
Takes 1.
Yeah.
Gonna wait for Dennis's next offense.
don't think he actually has any other shots from the Empire there, which is really unfortunate. He's starting to fall behind on points here. So we get the Grievous shot here. All right, so range 3 obstructed shot onto Wampa here from Grievous. We'll still get the obstruction bonus, so Wampa will roll 4.
And here we go. One hit, double focus.
Yep.
And spends for 3. Grievous trying to make it happen. Not today.
Ooh. Wampa said, no, thank you.
I said no, no, no. All right, that was that too many dice rolled?
That would have been 5 because it's range 3 obstructed, and then -1 for that maneuver.
You're right,
so yeah,
you're right.
yep.
The obstruction. I didn't calculate that part.
So we get a shot here, range 3 onto Goran. Gets 2 focuses, and we'll spend a calculate for 1.
Roger, roger. Dan safe.
Just enough.
Here's the bombardment drogue, gonna try to do some work. Going into Feroff. Easiest one to potentially get some damage into.
Now the child trigger is on the bomber, so he will be able to acquire a lock here after the shot. And Feroff says nope. Wow. Wow.
And Dennis remembering the target lock trigger there.
Yep. Wow, Feroff just evading that shot masterfully. Just roll natties, turns out.
That's just
good.
easy, baby. All right, DFS 81, not going to have anything. And we are back to the planning phase. Now, let's talk about what's happening in X-Wing, of course, today, as well as in the next couple weeks. So we have, you are watching the Planning Phase Syndicate Showdown. There's a lunch break after this one, after this round. And then we have how many rounds after that, JJ?
We got 3 more rounds after this one.
3 more rounds, so total of 5. There's no cut tomorrow. We will find the champion today. It's a one-day event. And then next week, we'll be live here again on Saturday and Sunday for the Malachor Galactic Championship Qualifier, Gold Squadron's online championship series for X-Wing. So if you haven't got your ticket, go ahead and get signed up. It is during one of the, let me double check. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. It's a European time zone event. Just got to check which one it is, which I believe is Western Europe time zone. But I like to be 100%. Let's see. Yes, Western Europe time zone, so that's UTC +1 if you're going to sign up. If you are if you currently signed up for the event and you are pending on TTT, I am a little bit behind on those updates because I've been traveling around. Went to Ohio to see my in-laws, and we just had a bunch of traveling to do. Obviously, we're here, but I'm hoping to get all that settled up in the next day or 2. Maybe even during lunch break. I'll just get through those acceptances. And let's go ahead. Let's you can check that out, and we will be live again next weekend with Sullust.
Absolutely.
Somebody says UTC +2 or +1. My record says +1. Western Europe +1. +1. Uno.
All right, so just taking a look at the end of the round scoring there, looks like George was able to get that center objective, giving him 3 points there for his side. Django did contest some of those, that top left corner objective, but there was 3 small base ships at range 1. So Dennis does score that objective on the top left, and of course the one on the top right as well, giving him 2 points there. bringing our total here 10 for George and 3 for Dennis, going into the next round here.
Now, if I take a quick peek at people who played Choose Their Champion, there was a heavy favorite for George. 76% favorite on his side.
Yeah, George Berrios from Bearded Squadron. He's a local here, very fantastic player, and he's done quite well here in a lot of the events that we've played here locally.
Okie dokie. So while we're sitting here, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do some Malachor acceptance. I'll do it live. I'm gonna do it live here for us, because you know what? If I do it live, I can't miss it.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see who's pending right now. Now I want to do this for 2 reasons. One is if I call your name or I don't call your name, you're like, wait. I signed up. You maybe missed a step, but Alex Feliciano, you are set. It looks like we do have a couple people who have filled out their forms, but not on tabletop TO quite yet. We have some that signed up on. It always happens. People on TO, but not on our form. Make sure to get those forms set up so that we can get you the good. John List, you're all set. Janice Frisch, you're all set. Greg Squire, bingo bango. Mark Ajante, I just had you. Where'd you go, Mark? Bam. Matthew Burnett, you are accepted into the club. Steve Burnett, easy. Tadej, and we'll see if we can get to the end here in a minute, because we got X-Wing to play. There is the player roll.
All right, and George taking that initiative for this round here. Going on to the system phase here.
System phase time. We'll see if if we get any sensitive controls or not. Looks like we are. We're gonna get a barrel roll to the left.
Yep.
And you got to pay a stress for that, right, JJ?
Yep, that's right. You get stressed every time you use sensitive controls there. Looks like he's just setting up Nash Windrider to start probably coming down onto that Hyena Bomber and possibly that droid if they start pursuing. And they got to be worried about those bombs still coming out from the back of Django.
Mm-hmm.
And Wampa now moving.
Where are we going? I'm assuming it's just a 1 hard?
Yeah, probably. And the important thing here is, it looks like Django did not drop any bombs this turn.
Ooh, you are correct. All right, he doesn't believe. He doesn't. He doesn't believe. Like,
either that or he's afraid of bumping and hitting his own bomb. Yeah,
this
probably.
is true. Yeah, I mean, the Black Squadron could give him some issues.
Yeah. I mean, Dennis is a master of creating bumps. You know, we can see. We got the hard 2 coming here from Nash, clearing that stress.
All right.
Oh, yeah, the vulture's turning in.
They're coming in. It looks like we're going to have a little jousting block there at the top of the board. We're in the GSP joust zone.
And he does have possibly a good opportunity to drop a Discord missile onto Nash. Oh, now with that barrel roll. All right, we'll see.
With the barrel roll, it looks like he might be prioritizing shooting Faroff. Maybe guessing that Faroff might get stuck in that kind of going top left.
Yeah.
My man Will Hagewood in the chat. Holla at you, boy.
Will, we miss you, man. Wish, I had sunscreen for you here. I know you burn easy, but we miss you, man.
Love it, love it. Dr. Moneypants says, I am shocked at the fact that there are 0 FO lists this event.
So partly it's because Crispy has left the state of Florida, so he literally took all of the First Order with him. So that's why we're not seeing any.
Of course, of course.
I mean, I just having the opportunity to cast a few of his games for Kyber Cup and for XTC. I mean, he is just the master for the First Order. He is just phenomenal. He's a great player. Really nice guy too.
So let's see. Looking around, what's the most popular faction here in this out of this group? Is it?
I'm seeing a lot of Republic.
I'm seeing a lot of Republic and Rebels.
And I do see quite a few Imperialists here too. You got to get that breakdown for that.
I'm sure somebody's about. We're talking about it, and somebody's about to drop it like it's hot in the chat. Resistance. I saw at least one.
Yes.
I saw at least one.
Yeah, it's a 4-ship resistance list that I saw out on the table over there. And getting the jam out from Feroff onto Django.
Pump up the jam. So that means it's going to eliminate one of those token actions from Django. But of course, Django having the Force and having repositionings could essentially ignore that jam.
Do we see a barrel coming here from Grievous just to get a better shot?
It seems like he wants to go through that center lane between the two rocks.
Okay.
But yeah, I would go to the outside.
Yeah, just so you don't end up.
You would end up wasting a turn.
Yeah.
Right. You boost to the right, and all of a sudden you're not quite at the right angle anymore. Here we go. We're gonna try to sandwich in that black Squadron ace.
And the one heart here.
Goran getting out of there.
He's like, I'm here to give tokens, not fight.
That's right. I got one job, and pew pew is not one of them.
He actually might have arc onto that hyena bomber from where he's at.
And here we go. Big 3-bank classic fire spray.
And he clears. Yeah, beauty.
And that'll be a beautiful back arc shot, range 1 into the Black Squadron ace, or you can end up reaching a little bit if you want, going into Captain Feroff.
And choosing to just stay put, not clearing the jam. And we're going to get the Goran trigger here at the start of engagement. Do you give a token to the Black Squadron, try to keep him alive, or do you prioritize Wampa here?
I don't know, man.
It's tough. I mean, Wampa's definitely going to have a big shot here if he's not engaged. But at the same time, the fuel leak, that's a one-shot kill right there onto it if he gets a crit.
The Black Squadron ace. I mean, I think that the little droid will end up firing at him at range 1. I don't think you have more than one quality shot on him.
Oh, and we get a, it looks like a Discord missile drop here from the droid, and we're going to get a judge call here. Judge.
Judge at the stream table.
And we get our judge coming in.
All right, so just securing the fact that with the Discord missiles, that the final position of the actual buzz droids is what matters for who it hit, not necessarily the path of the Discord missiles.
Now, what will matter as well is the positioning of it. It does look like there's enough space in front of Goran to place that that Discord missile. But if there's not enough space between the two ships, then he's going to be forced to place it at the rear of Goran, which is going to benefit Dennis more in this particular instance, but we'll take a look. And Goran giving Wampa the evade there, just giving him that extra
boost,
that extra mod there.
He's going through his options right now with Django. He's gonna go big money here. Range 1 into the Black Squadron Ace. Only worth 2 points. Not bad. Spend the force, make it 3.
Yep. And Natty's out. Safe. Now, because Grievous is too close to Django, the Lone Wolf is turned off for Django. So he wasn't able to reroll that blank there.
So somebody in chat asked a great question. We'll hit that in the next break.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Black Squadron Ace looking strong, ends up avoiding all the damage.
And it looks like we're getting...
He's gonna continue Grievous into the Black Squadron Ace again. Oh, there's that crit. There's that crit.
Oh,
you gotta be perfect. Dead.
Nope, gone. And it's fuel leak. Oh, it was onto Wampa. Okay.
Oh, Wampa.
And what was that crit? I didn't catch that.
Blinded pilot.
Okay.
Which is big. You can't spend that focus on an attack now.
All right, so we get the Goran shot here onto the Hyena. Range 2.
1 hit.
And spend it. Make it 2 hits.
Oh, got him.
George getting some green dice of his own here now.
That's right. I raised you some evades. I call. And here we go. Oh, rolls 3 crits. Let's go. Spends the focus. Takes a critical damage. And Wampa goes down with the loose stabilizer. Nash does end up triggering here, so Wampa will shoot now. Spent the focus on defense mostly just to avoid taking more crits, like a weapons failure.
Exactly, yeah. You definitely don't want a weapons fail in this situation. But hey, 3 dice coming in, most likely.
Hit crit. 2 hits.
Oh man.
Not happening. Here we go.
That was Wampa into the Separatist drone now. And oh my goodness.
Denied.
Can we borrow those green dice, Dion? Because those stream green dice start like rolling old natties today.
Listen, they giveth and taketh away. There have been. Let me know if in the stream chat if you've been hurt by my stream green dice. Trust me, there are horror stories. Blank hit.
Blank evade. Oh man. Wow.
It's all on the wrist, JJ.
It's all on the wrist. Yep, exactly. And Nash taking a shot onto that that Separatist drone in the center.
And double focus spend for 2. Nash Wind Rider is going to at least do 1 damage to that bombardment drone.
Yep, the red drone. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The Separatist drone. The other drone.
The other one. Yeah. The baby drone.
Oh, no, baby.
All right. So Django contesting that top left objective there. So it looks like George will get 3 objectives and Dennis only 1. So go ahead and mark that here.
And there you go.
Yeah.
So George, big lead, 15-4. Needs basically one big swing and a turn to lock it up here.
Yeah, and did they mark the Discord missile crit? I don't think they did they?
I don't think so. Let's just do a quick double check. That's on Goran, right?
Yeah, it should be on Goran. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll go check.
Crispy 2020 says, "Bush droids make me sad." I understand. Got it. The shield on Gorn. We missed it because it was a shield. Usually those TIE fighters and interceptors, that crit is not that.
Yes, it's hull upgrade 2.0, also known as shield buff.
Sad. So sad. It's all right. That's going to be my next call to AMG. Hey, guys. I got another proposition for you.
Let's just spend all extra health.
That's right, yeah. What you think?
So we had a question in the chat earlier from Dr. Moneypants asking if this is going to be an annual event. At the moment, we are planning to do more events like this, probably on an annual basis. However, it won't always be in Florida.
And why is that? Explain, what is the planning phase syndicate? Who are the people, et cetera, et cetera?
So it's our 3 hosts here. One of them is here with me today, Mr. Charles Dillman. And we have Chris Tanner, who is also one of our hosts. He's all the way out in the Midwest, over in Michigan. I don't know if it's really Midwest, but yeah.
Michigan over there. He's up there. Maybe he's up in the Yoop or something. I don't know.
So we're X-Wing Podcast. We do our podcast nights on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Talk about everything X-Wing. We cover all the different tournaments that are going on in the area. We cover XCC. We do a lot of streams for TTS. We currently are covering Team Austria, which myself and Crispy are actually part of this year. And we also did a lot of streams for Kyber Cup. For that, we'd like to talk about the game, especially for newer players that are coming into the game, give them tips and tricks, and talk about different pilots and everything, and trying to get them introduced to the game, and yeah, have a great time.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
And that's why, because you guys are from different areas, which is why it would be potentially in different spots.
Yeah, exactly. Now, myself, I'm going to be moving over to North Carolina next month, actually. So I'm going to be over in the Raleigh area. So I'll be, once I'm set up and established, I'll definitely be trying to set up more events like this over there. We're also looking to probably do this type of event here again while Charles is down here. And then hopefully out in Michigan as well. We got a lot of great X-Wing players out over there.
Oh, yeah.
Over Bruce Squadron. Shout out to them. They're
my boy Corey Heel.
Oh, yeah, Corey, yeah. And yeah, hopefully we can set up something over there soon. And have an event like this where we can have people come out and have a great time, enjoy X-Wing, come and play.
Awesome. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, you know, doing these events always super fun.
Oh yeah.
I will tell you, I'm a bit nervous when I found out that my next one is like, oh, by the way, you're helping with Worlds. Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Yay? Question mark? Neat. If you guys didn't hear, next Adepticon will be the X-Wing World Championships in March 2023.
Super excited.
I got the call after Adepticon made the deal with AMG. They're like, "Hey, we should talk."
Can we petition to have like a giant like neon like Sabine like poster like they had for Legion but for X-Wing? Like
I'll try. I don't know. I only have so much pool. I got suggestions for them. I actually have a meeting coming up for things that I would like to see there. Like, so for instance, because it is a big convention like Adepticon, like it's not its own standalone event, I think there needs to be two things. I think we have to have a last chance qualifier, number one.
Absolutely.
So people get a chance to jump in who haven't got a chance because, you know, the world was on fire. And second, we need a side-by-side tournament going on for anybody who doesn't make it that gives access to the same prizes as Worlds, except, of course, the top prizes.
Yeah,
like that's the only
absolutely.
thing you can't get. But anything that's participation level needs to be made available. In my opinion. I'm not the head honcho. I'm just the guy throwing out suggestions. But I want to make sure that everybody who comes in, whether you got a World's qualifications or not, gets some swiggity swag.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. That they need more. Like more events like that to have people get more chances to qualify and have fun, because you know, just going to an event like this last year in the Adepticon when I got there, and quick update, we had the proxy drop onto Nash, and we got a hull breach onto him, leaving him at 1 health.
Oh no.
Yeah, basically a blank crit though. Got one health. Not too worried about it. But yeah, going back to this last time at Adepticon, it was a fantastic event.
Thank you.
Having all those side events where we could play like Aces High, or even that early practice round before the actual event. That was so much fun. And then the side event that was going on at the same time that the top cut was going on, that was so much fun. Just going in there just to have fun and play. And I got to meet a lot of people there, people that I've only seen on Discord or talked on Discord, and actually meet them in person and talk. It was a fantastic time, and I think that needs to happen again for Worlds and be even more supported, I think.
I'm looking forward to making it happen. There's a lot of questions that I have, because I mean, I'm not going to be light about it. I think a lot of it was successful at Adepticon because of what I did. Yeah. And I want to make sure that, because the way I looked at it is, it was an opportunity as a person that's here for the players, right, to do some awesome stuff. And I would hate to get bumped from a place of influence, because I understand, like, Cascade, for instance, was originally supposed to do it, and they're great people, right? But they're also not X-Wing players. Yeah. Right? They're
event runners.
An event runner company. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I'll do my best for you guys, and I'll keep you updated as we find out stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Reaper on the move. Trying to catch up to Django. Django, come back.
And we get the sloop here.
No, it's just a hard.
Oh, no, it's a hard one. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Crispy, yes, the bombardment draw did drop the procs. It hit
Nash.
Nash, yes.
Yep, and we got a crit roll, which is currently on the camera there.
Yep, and DFS 81 doing the 1K.
Yeah, I think he's perfect where he is. Yep, happy to be there.
And we get a little T roll. I think overall, one of the things that has hurt Dennis is George has been more aggressive this game. Like he's staying in the vicinity of the satellites, but I feel like Dennis has been too too focused on the satellite. He's focusing too much on the positioning of his ships on the board versus also creating a good attack run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because of the route he took, he ended up staggering his ships to where he didn't have a good concentration of arcs onto Django, and Django was able to get away. And now, because of the tightness of that formation in that top, it's been really hard for his ships to get into a good position to keep a pursuit onto George's ships. And George is playing cleanup now. He's just coming in now with the drones and getting those shots that he needs. And Grievous and Django are there to just come in and close the door here. And we're getting a hard 2 coming in from Goran. I don't know if he clears it. We'll see.
Oh, that's scary.
It's going to do the side-to-side
method. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Oh, we got it. All day.
Yep.
All day. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fits it through. He's trying to possibly get position onto Grievous. Remember, Grievous will end up moving after him. So probably not there to stay. He does have control, likely, of the middle objective, though.
Yeah. And maybe a shot into Django. Django goes fast enough.
Shout out to Missing Link 91 for your tier 1 sub, getting us to 38 for the day. Thank you so much. And we are going to be elapsing time here in the next couple seconds. And this will be our last round of X-Wing.
And time has been called.
So with time being called there is not enough time for Dennis to make up the ground and get a W, but he can at least do some work and try to score a few more points for his overall rankings. Shout out to Tequilasaurus Rex for the sub. 27 months in a row. Missing Link 34 months in a row.
Big numbers there, yeah.
When I see those numbers, it makes me go, man, we have been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. Man, I go back to, I've been playing X-Wing since the first time it ever came out, but I didn't get into it until I saw, I think, the Third Worlds, which was Whisper versus Han and Lebo.
Yeah.
And that was like my first time that I got like hooked into like competitive X-Wing.
Yep.
I never stopped playing since.
It was the time. 3 hits. And Goran takes 2. Is there anything you can do about that?
Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote for Goran.
Pop.
Nash will trigger here. Oh, and we get a discipline trigger from the from Feroff.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get a range 2 shot from Goran onto Django here.
And trail mix with a crit. Spend for a hit crit.
He has the force, and we'll be okay.
Everything's fine. Is there, besides satellites, is there any way for him to gain points? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think the offense here for George has been savage, and it's been so good.
And hit, crit. Django doing the work.
Or Grievous.
Just 2 shields.
Yeah, Grievous doing the work there onto Feroff.
I think JJ ordered some already. We're good. Thank you so much, though.
Yo, Charles. Would you be able to pick it up for me? It's already it's Paradiso. It's on Separatist. You know how to get there?
Wounded pilot.
Send them my name and my phone number. Yeah, it's already paid for. Or you gotta just pick it up.
Farroff into Grievous. Range 2. And 3 hits going through there. 1 evade, spend only a single. And we're just going through the motions here. Bombardment drone. It's got nothing there. DFS 81s. Maybe probably out of range.
Yeah. I'm trying to reach, but couldn't make it.
And a fun shot, a bonus shot into Captain Farroff.
And gets hit crit. And who needs Pharaoh's ability when you're constantly rolling your base, right?
That's telling you. I'm telling you. All right, a couple more damage up there. And we did see the Separatist drone go down.
Yep.
Right there. Got Dennis a few more points.
And that should be it there.
Oh. Have to refresh this real quick.
There we go. So Dennis ends the match getting 3 more objective points here. But George
20 to 9.
George does win, yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's all she wrote there. Congratulations to George for winning that round.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.